Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present Guthormr, a Palladium story, with David Larkins as the Game Master. Yes, we'll see what's in store for us this evening. As I mentioned on Discord, this may well be our last one-on-one session. So,
ooh. Yeah, and I guess after this, I'm like I said, I'm fine with driving up to Santa Fe or, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'll I gotta get Devs caught up too.
Oh yeah.
Which shouldn't take more than, I don't know, maybe 3 sessions tops. So, yeah. After that, we'll figure it out.
Hell yeah.
All right. But in the meantime, we left off with rather interesting developments going on in the town of Badland.
We did. Trying to find my Palladium notes. Here we go. Not that I've been keeping many. Every episode is so action packed. I don't have time to write.
That's right. Damn right. Once had a player who would scribe notes at the table, like, on her little tablet computer, and it was like having a stenographer at the table. It was just like constant, like, I was like, Jesus, like, are you paying attention?
I know. She's like, it's like that scene in Hot Fuzz when he's like writing down everything on his notepad.
I kind of peek over. She says, "David asked me if I was paying attention." I said yes.
Yeah. I take care. Well, yeah. So I guess last time I tried to bring the fight to Alyssa, or really to Badland, and I guess I did.
Yeah.
But the giants were just kind of like, after that, they were kind of detained by these Wolfen imperialists.
Whoa, that's so judgmental.
I know.
Imperialists.
I know. Butt Sniffers Incorporated showed up.
Oh, shit.
Foiled everything. I ended up coming. Well, okay, so I guess we'll take a step back. So we traveled through most of this episode. And then once we got to town, we just started going crazy. I don't know what the giants did. I don't know if Hellfire is alive or dead. I just kind of like busted into the Dragon's Den, fought 2 Final Fantasy characters.
Yep.
And then let them escape with their lives, because I'm not a merciless.
Very nice of you.
Yeah, I'm not some merciless killer.
No.
And you never know. I mean, I might run into them later, and they're like, we owe you, or something like that.
Yeah.
I ended up finding Alyssa and her grandfather, or her father, maybe. I can't remember. Very old elf. And they basically told me that this apocalypse was coming, and Badland is kind of like the only place that's safe. They claimed,
according to them. Yes,
according to them. I don't know that I buy it. Guthormr may, I don't know. But either way, I couldn't get to them. They had too many spells of protection and whatnot. So I ran up and set the tavern on fire. And then am I remembering this correctly? I set the tavern on fire and then jumped out.
Funny that you're remembering it that way. because that shows that is so strongly your intention.
That's right.
That in your mind it has already happened, but no, actually, we left off with you planning that the
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
And yeah, and then these imperialists showed up, and they were it looked like they were shooting the shit with my giant buddies.
Yes.
So I'm not worried about them as much. And to Guthormr, this is like, I kind of want a giant sidekick, but I also don't want to try to steal Odd's spear.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be my opportunity to escape,
right?
Or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Okay, so my memory is a little fuzzy, but it's been a long 2 weeks. I feel like every time we take a break, our gap gets longer and longer.
Seriously, this is ridiculous. Time has lost all meaning at this point.
I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of time losing all meaning.
I know. But they did mention Mormo, the lord. He's a lord of Hades, the lord of ghouls, some kind of demon lord. It doesn't sound like I'm going to jive too much with this Mormo fella. I think his goals and my goals might be at odds.
Yeah. You don't want to be the kind of person who jives with Mormo. That's not a character recommendation, really.
Yeah, I'm not like what am I trying to think of? Another Warhammer reference, but like the Flesh Eater courts, they're just like they're ghoulish people eaters, and I don't think I want to. That's what I think of when I think of ghouls, or claws that do paralysis effects, and so yeah, that's not the kind of crowd I want to chill with. So. But also Guthormr is not a very like I'm gonna save the world kind of guy.
No.
Unless like I have to, like if it's up to me, I'll do it.
Right.
But I better be getting paid. And I would rather, I think Guthormr in his mind is more like it's not time to save the world, it's time to get out of Dodge.
Yes. Absolutely.
But also maybe stay close to Badland, just in case the elf was right.
I've come to care for it.
Right, yeah.
The elf was right, yeah. Surrounded by this wall of flame, and you're just like, huh.
Yeah. I'll be damned.
Or maybe I won't.
No.
Yeah, I just double checked. Palladium ghouls do not have paralysis effects. They're definitely closer to your Warhammer ghouls. So
okay, fair.
Although some surprising abilities of their own, which I shall not divulge at this time.
Oh, that's all right. I got the book.
Damn it!
Yeah. I won't spoil it. No, I'm not that kind of guy. But Guthormr's a monster hunter. He might know some of those abilities. We'll find out later.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you make a roll right now? Let's see what you know about gold, right?
Yeah, I'm like thinking about this Mormo fool. I'm like Lord of Ghouls, more like Lord of Fools.
That's right. Right.
Oh,
so
man.
Demon and monster lore plus IQ plus D100.
So I rolled a 10.
Oh my!
On the die.
Okay.
And it's 10 or less, right?
Yeah, that's an imploding die. All right.
The imploding die.
Uh-huh.
All right, let me get my calculator out.
God, yes.
Okay. All right, 10 minus 36. Not terrible. Could be worse.
Nope. Definitely could have done worse.
And then what? Demon lore? Demons and monsters?
Uh-huh.
So plus 40. Okay, we're already back in the positives.
There you go.
Plus my IQ. 21, baby.
Okay, so
blackjack.
yeah. There.
House wins the pot.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a no, but
Huh.
let's see. Well, the game master may allow the player to gain something out of the attempt, but it may not be what they'd expected.
Ooh, that's cool. Can I get
Okay.
some weird, obscure fact about ghouls?
Sure.
Neat. Yeah, I kind of don't want anything useful.
Right. Oh, okay.
Just like,
let's see
they're
here.
normally around 5 feet tall, aren't they?
Yeah. They continue to grow even after reaching maturity.
Bet you didn't know that.
Bet you didn't know. Yeah, like a little pop-up video fact, right? You know, just a little
Yeah.
kind of thing. Let's see here. All right. Yep. I could give you some totally useless, like purely mechanical facts, but
I mean, I like that too.
yeah. Apparently, no ghoul can ever advance beyond 3rd level. So
Huh. Wow.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, seems unfair.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Immediately makes me want to like homebrew a 10th level ghoul.
Just break those fucking rules, man.
That's right.
Nobody's gonna tell me what to do.
That's right. Where's Palladium's Twitter handle? I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, they have one.
I made a 10th level ghoul. Deal with it.
They'll be like, good for you. And then it'll be like, oh, but in the rules it says they can't advance beyond 3rd level. They'll say, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
You say so.
Yeah. Oh. Learn something. Yeah.
Just a shrug emoji. Just
Yeah. Holy shit.
All right. So obviously everybody knows that ghouls are demons.
I
but
thought they
did
were
you know?
undead, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So everybody knows that ghouls are demons, but did you know that ghoul is only the name for the male, and the females are called Nasu?
Nasu. Wow.
There you go. So there's your useless pop-up video fact for the day.
Oh, I actually quite love that. A Nasu. This is going to make me look like I know what I'm talking about later.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, get your ghouls and your Nasu, wink, out of here.
And they'll be like, damn it, we always get that loophole because they say get your ghouls out of here, and then we're like, oh, you're about to fire the Nasu.
That's right. Is there a gender neutral term for ghouls?
Yes. Yes. What are your ghoul pronouns?
Oh man, ghoul pronouns. I love that.
All right.
That's a neo pronoun I could get behind.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So you don't know a whole lot about ghouls is kind of where we landed on that. Which, stands to reason and I'll say that they're demons only because you so rarely have to deal with them, right? Because demons generally don't hang out in the material realm. They have to be summoned or otherwise, brought up from Hades. So, yeah.
So
it's not your forte.
When you say Hades,
is
there Hades, Hell, the Abyss? Is it all just called Hades?
Yeah, it's all Hades. It's like its own dimension, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's not I can't be like, oh, I meant to call Hades, but I accidentally called Hell.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the home dimension of demons, and I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I actually have a source book called Hades Pits of Hell that covers it, but I've not really cracked it open, to be completely honest, because
that's all right.
It's its own thing.
I mean, I appreciate they went the Hades route. It's odd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But seems very Palladium.
Yeah. Yep. There is a separate there's a separate dimension called Dival,
Ooh.
which is home to other types of demons. So, and it's your kind of oh man, what I forget my D&D cosmology, but you know how like in D&D it's like devils and demons, right?
Mhm.
And they're constantly at war with each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that,
Oh, okay.
kind of along those lines. So, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we learned something today.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we got a roll. That's 25 XP, right?
You got it.
Kapow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, which I believe I'm at 5,075 XP. Does that sound right?
I mean, I'll believe it.
Okay. I'm now paranoid that like I'm updating my character sheet and then it's not saving.
Right, gotcha. That does sound right. Because you need 7,600 for next level. So
Okay. God, we got work to do, guys.
I know, right?
But I'm a little more confident this is correct because I have climb/scale walls and rappelling here.
Aha. Excellent.
That's the real juice. Ooh, let's find a Tower of the Elephant.
Indeed. Let's get juiced up.
That's right.
All right. Well, speaking of juicing things up, so you have a plan.
I do.
Yeah, it's a plan to light the inn on fire.
Oh, that plan. Yes.
Yes.
My favorite plan.
Yes. So we'd best get to it. So just to slightly recap the recap or expand on the recap. So yeah, you encountered Alyssa and Grandpa Bad down in these weird summoning caves beneath the inn. And kind of had a bit of a standoff with her where she wasn't really going to make a move against you if you didn't make a move against her, kind of deal. And you walked away from that basically saying, I'm going to burn this place down.
That's right. Oh yeah. And I remember now, like there were like invisible demons in the area and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did the move from Brendan Fraser's Smash 1999 hit, The Mummy, where I pointed my sword at her and I said, I'll be seeing you later, you know?
That's right.
So I have not given up on my quest of vengeance / killing Alyssa / ending her bloodline.
Yes.
But it's postponed.
Right. You got to figure out how exactly that's going to go down.
Yeah. And I imagine I like Guthormr, although his IQ is kind of low, he's still like, you know what? Alyssa's sister is a witch and she's like, my master is interested. So I'm sure he put 2 and 2 together here and was like, this Mormo fool is, sounds like he's, hanging out with the right sister.
Right. Now, because you said her sister was a witch, I have to honor Des at this point.
Oh.
And play this into the record. I don't know if you're aware of this video. It's a cell phone video of 2 guys arguing about what exactly the Wicked Witch of the East and the West were in Oz.
Yeah.
Are you aware of this one?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so I just have to set up the sharing here so that because Dad said you have to make a reference to this on record, which fair enough.
Are there good witches in Palladium?
Well, I don't know, man. Like we'll find out. Okay, so we're gonna share that, and we're just gonna play that.
Hold on! This is my favorite. Hold on! Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
stab him.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
My favorite
she
movie.
wore a crown and she came down in a bubble,
I'm
dog.
not fighting with you.
Grow
I'm not
up,
fighting
bro.
with you.
Grow up.
Get educated, but
Grow up, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
Ridiculous.
there you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. But also, speaking of sharing images, I'm going to share the floor plan.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
that's right.
inn. Yeah. So, because I mean, you haven't explored the whole thing, but I mean, just to facilitate your planning of how to burn it down,
Right.
I feel like it's only fair.
Thank you.
So there you go.
I love this layout, by the way. I mean, this whole illustration is great.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we're in the ground floor now, I believe.
Yes. So you have come up. So basically, where you came up is where, do you see on ground floor? It says down to cellars there, and it points at that stairway. So you came up those stairs, and so you're in the room marked steward, basically.
Why is this the steward's room or something?
I just kind of took it as like, remember I sort of described it as a little bit of a storehouse, storeroom. It's just kind of where they keep some of their necessities for running the place. So.
Okay. Well, let me see here. I think I only know about the kitchen and the courtyard. Is that right? No, the bar.
Yeah, you came in through the bar. That's where your
Right.
fight happened. And then you moved out through the door there on the far side and into the courtyard. Yep. And then you, Trigom helpfully pointed you to the left into the steward's
Right.
room, and you went down those stairs.
Okay, let me think here. Can I? Okay, so Guthormr, and at this point, I've looked out the window and I've seen these imperialist dogs.
Oh, that's right. Actually, yeah, you had left the steward's room, crossed the courtyard, and then you went down to that little double gate thing there.
Right, I remember the gate.
Yeah, so we'll say Westmeat Square as labeled on the map there. That's the square you were looking out onto that had the
cool.
Yes, the imperialist dogs, as you call them.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I think when I see them, I'm like, I need a distraction. My thought is this. I guess what I would like to do is roll streetwise to see if I can try to discern the location, like where they would keep their stores of alcohol that I might be able to combust.
Sure. Yeah, I think streetwise is fine for that. So
Okay.
yeah. Plus IQ.
Streetwise plus IQ. All right, so let's see here. Streetwise is, of course, it's a 28, a good round number.
Yep, there you go.
Ooh, okay. 73
Nice.
plus 7, bro, 108.
Wow. Okay. So that's just a straight up success. Very good.
And are we still rolling with the new rules?
The modified difficulty numbers?
Yes.
Yes, we
Okay,
are.
cool.
I've had a chance to test those out a couple more times, and it's much better.
Okay,
So
sick.
yeah.
Yeah, so with wizened streets, I guess I'm going towards the brew house. Is that right?
Yeah, the brew house indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe I can smell the alcohol, or it's less perception. It's more like I'm like, okay, the bar's over here.
Right.
I can see like maybe there's a window into the kitchen that I can look in and be like, okay, that's the kitchen. Like the brew house has to be this way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Deductive reasoning. Yeah.
Exactly. So I bounce to the brew house. I kick open the door.
All right.
Is anybody in there?
Let me make a little roll there.
Ooh,
Here.
a random encounter, maybe me thinks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna give this a little bit of a roll here. An 88. All right, so no, nobody is in there.
Okay, good. What does this look like? Is it just like a bunch of casks of alcohol or what?
Right. So you've got your, selection of your large butts and then other smaller casks of more specialty imports,
Ooh. Oh, by the way, loud thunder just happened. So
Nice.
yeah,
How
if
ominous.
I know, it's very ominous, but also I might lose power.
Oh, okay. That too. Also ominous.
Okay, so I think my like immediate reaction would be take out Trigon and just start like hacking these casts apart. And then is there like a sconce on the wall that has a torch or anything like that?
Absolutely. I mean, in fact, I think there's a fireplace in here is what it looks like from the floor plan there. And I would say that there is a fire in the fireplace. So you've got, some burning brands you can pull out.
So this is not how fire works at all. But what I want to do is bust open these casks with Trigon, and then like when there's alcohol everywhere, I'm gonna like jam Trigon because I know the sword's like indestructible. I'm gonna like jam him into the fireplace until it gets like red hot.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do this crazy like 360 like Final Fantasy limit break kind of move, where I slam Trigon down on like red hot, forge hot Trigon down into the alcohol, and then like it like splits these like waves of alcohol up, and that like immediately ignite and like go all over the wooden panels and the wood in here and all that stuff.
I like it. Let's see here. Yeah. Definitely a clever idea or action there. Ooh. So, that's great. So you start busting open casks because Trigon does random amounts of damage that vary between 2 points and 64 points. It's kind of like busting open crates in a video game where it's like hack, and then the thing just like explodes. Like
perfect.
So pretty soon you're up to your ankles in how do we say Seville, and then you go over and stick your sword into the fire, and it begins to heat up. Now, by all rights, this shouldn't work. This is just a normal fireplace. It's not a forge. There is a forge, but it's on the other side. It would just make the metal hot, but not like white hot, But Trigon is a rune sword, and as you are focusing on your intention, it almost looks like the flames are being pulled into the blade.
Ooh.
But then again, maybe that is hallucinations induced by the fumes that are quickly filling this brew house. So what I'm going to need from you is a physical endurance roll, please.
Oh, I was going to do a fumes test.
A fumes. Oh, there is a saving throw versus fumes, isn't there?
I mean, it's technically magic fumes.
Okay.
But also, I don't know, toxins, non-lethal.
Let's go with non-lethal toxins. Go with non-lethal toxins. So you're going to add your physical endurance.
Okay.
Plus your saving throw bonus against non-lethal toxins, whatever that may be.
And then Trigon gives me +5, right?
+5, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's this roll plus physical endurance, which is 18, and then toxins non-lethal is 10. So plus
33.
20, yeah, plus 33. Is that right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
98 on the die, plus 8.
Aw.
That's okay. 98 98 plus 8 plus 33.
All right, so 106, 139.
139.
Okay, well, yeah, I'd say you handily make that save. Obviously, you're well used to being enveloped in these sweet aromas of gallons of beer.
Yeah,
So
I might even say Guthormr, after he's like satisfied with his works, he might even like bend down and get like like cup his hands and like just fucking drip beer all down his face and his mouth and whatever's on the ground. Guthormr is drinking.
oh wow, it's probably the equivalent of like filling up a soda cup from every dispenser at a fast food joint. So
yeah. So I'm doing this both because Guthormr's, he's like cool beer, but also I just want to be smelling like alcohol, because if I get caught, my plan is to just like pretend that I'm some kind of drunk, just kind of like wandering around and not the hero that Gotham deserves.
All right, well, let me just check one thing here before Trigon's fully heated up. All right, so you've been at this for a little bit of time, so I'm gonna make a couple more rolls here.
Okay.
Just to see if anyone stumbles upon your nefarious activity here. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. Okay, so you drench yourself in the booze, and you can see that Trigon is glowing white hot.
Ooh.
And you take it out of the fire, and you're whipping it around, as you say, getting ready to slam it down into the alcohol, light it on fire. When quite suddenly, the doors of the brewery are thrown open again.
Uh-oh.
And the beer begins to, flood out of the room.
That's fucking...
and you see a trio of Wolfen.
Oh.
And behind them is Alyssa.
Oh, now's my chance.
And she says, there he is. See, I told you. He intends to destroy the inn and the town with it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to kill all these people.
All right, so Trigon is now essentially a it has the fire tag applied to it, right?
Yes.
It's a flaming rune sword, I guess we could say.
Deal with it.
And
I'm gonna roundhouse kick somebody.
That's right. And so I think there's nothing more to do than to get into some combat here. So we'll
okay, good. I'm going straight for Alyssa, even if it causes me bodily harm or risk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to try and kind of do a little slide, between the Wolfen's legs or something, or tumble over them, something along those lines.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Some kind of dodge roll or something like that, or even like jumping off, like jumping and then like kicking off of like a wine cask or something like that, like a wall kick.
Yeah.
And then double jumping over the Wolfen.
Double tap that A button real fast. You can get over Excellent. All right. It's funny. I think I was just flipping through the rule book the other day, and I just happened to notice. Speaking of breaking the rules, I'm pretty sure it said something about mercenary warriors being able to select any skill except for gymnastics and like one other one.
Oh, really?
And I didn't remember that like when we made your character, and I think that that's one of the best oversights of my life because I can't imagine Guthormr without gymnastics.
I know. That's weird. They can't take gymnastics.
Yeah. Okay. Physical. Any except acrobatics and gymnastics.
Both of which I have.
Oh man.
So,
well, here's how I look at it. Guthormr's older than your average first level adventurer. He's in his 30s, right?
That's true.
You know, he's had a bit more life experience. You know, maybe he worked for a time as a sailor. You know, and just learn how to dart up and down those ropes and rigging is and so forth. So
plus, I mean, spending time hunting monsters and stuff like that. Like, come on, that's he's got it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't parry monsters. You have to dodge. Everyone who plays The Witcher knows that.
Right. Right. So let's see here. See what I got.
Or Forbidden Lands. That's a rule in Forbidden Lands as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't parry monsters. You got to dodge.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let me just get some Wolfen stats in front of me here so that we know what their initiative is. But if you want to go ahead and roll your own, that's D100 plus speed.
I wish. Is there a way to level up your speed?
No.
Or you can't change your characteristics, can you?
I mean, if you took a physical skill as a skill selection later on and it gave you a bonus, then yeah. But otherwise, no.
Okay. Well, my initiative is 58. Not great, but...
All right. So...
But I'm also mid-drunk. I'm mid-drunk.
Right. That's true. All right. So I just scratch paper here too. Okay. So let's see. Make some rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. All right. So basically, there's 3 Wolfen. They are, as I mentioned last time, dressed in this kind of like Roman legionary style.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them just seem to be like your kind of average foot soldiers. The third one, he's in like extra fancy, armor, right? He's got this big sculpted breastplate, with like scenes from Wolfen mythology, like, embossed on it or something. And then he's got this helmet with the transverse horsehair crest,
Ooh, yeah.
Right. And he's also very striking looking because he kind of looks like a husky, right? He's got like very light fur with these strikingly blue eyes,
He's got exactly. He's got the stripe down the middle of his head. So we know he's the boss.
Exactly. All right. So that is okay.
And Trigon is pointing me towards Alyssa still, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, good.
Okay. And what did you get on that initiative?
Oh hell. 58.
58. Okay. Excellent. All right. 58. All right. Well, clearly you are still you are a bit fuzzy headed from the fumes. Because all 4 of these characters beat you.
Jesus.
And so, but it's actually going to work a little bit to your advantage because basically the blue-eyed Wolfen orders his two men to fan out. So he orders them to move around to either side of you, flanking you. You're standing there, with Trigom on guard, and he seems to be intent on, not killing you necessarily.
Okay, good.
Even speaks to you in the northern tongue. He doesn't even speak to you in Wolfen.
Ooh.
Which means I have
slightly insulted.
Yeah, get those words out of your mouth. They sound like dirt.
Yeah, no, you got peanut butter in your mouth. You need to.
So yeah, I'm just thinking like, I have to spontaneously come up with a Wolfen accent on the spot here. So, but yeah, he just says, put down the sword. Ooh. We don't mean you any harm, human. If you give up quietly, we can promise you a fair trial.
A fair trial. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. The nerve. Fair trial. Not in this country, sir.
I didn't fight a secret war in Nicaragua for 10 years so you could walk these streets of freedom bad-mouthing Lady Liberty.
Jesus. Exactly what I say.
Where's that effect?
Yeah, whatever the analogy is.
Yeah. And then Alyssa behind him looks surprised, and she says, "No, you have to kill him. I told you, he's dangerous. He intends to burn this whole city down, and all of us with it."
I will say, and my rune sword is like glowing hot. And I hold it up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I hold it up, and I'm frothing at the mouth. Granted, it's probably like beer froth, but I've got like froth. I look insane, and I'm just gonna point to Alyssa and just be like, I just want her. I'm gonna say, I basically like I want her, and if you're in my way, then like you're forfeiting your life.
Okay. All right. Why don't you roll D100 plus your mental affinity?
Okay. Come on, big numbers. 72 plus 11, so 83.
Okay.
Not terrible.
Not terrible, but okay. Didn't succeed, but you can see in the boss Wolfen's expression a slight hesitation coming from probably a place of like, it's not worth my fucking time to help these humans hash out their petty bullshit, like, right. Like it's almost like, if Alyssa wasn't who she was, he'd probably just arrest both of you, or try to arrest both of you,
And I respect that. Like, I know that these dudes are like jobbers, they're just, they're on their crusade. And I respect that. Even though I don't like the Wolfen culture or empire or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I still appreciate from my unprincipled alignment that these guys are just like, they're chasing their own freedom,
Yeah.
They're going after their freedom, and I'm like, that's cool, but like you're getting in the way of you're getting between me and my goal right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to back down. So you want to go for Alyssa, right?
Yeah, just
Okay.
3 fur pelts. That's all I'm gaining out of this.
All right. So yeah, I mean, if you want to fight them, you can fight them, or if you just want to, like you say, kind of do a double jump or a tumble or what have you.
Yeah, they all get to go before me though, right?
Yeah, well, their go was to fan out and basically like try to box you in. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the positioning look like? Like, who do I have to get within melee range of everybody else to get to Alyssa?
They've got it so that they're kind of like their reach will prevent you from just trying to run past them. Like one of them will be able to reach out and hit you.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this game, are there like attacks of opportunity? Like if I try to move past them, they get free attacks?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so what's the penalty for me just trying to like blow past these guys?
Basically, I'm going to ask you to roll something, and if you fail, you don't blow past them.
Fuck. What do I roll? I guess speed.
Ooh, we could do speed, and then I would add to that your roll bonus. Not bad.
Whoa, that actually might be worth it. I'm also going to throw out a couple other things. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But something like detect ambush or surveillance, perhaps.
Yeah, those are a little bit more out of combat. So, like now that you're in combat, the roll we're going to look at your combat modifiers. So
okay, cool. All right, so my roll,
I like speed. Yeah, speed plus your roll bonus, and then it's going to be opposed by one of them trying to whack you, basically, or catch you.
Okay, I'm going to do it because my roll bonus is 35 and my speed is 14. Yeah. So I'm already at a 50.
Right.
Or, well, 49.
49.
So I'm there.
Okay. All right.
Let's go big numbers. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I rolled a 2. Hold on. And then I rolled a 1.
What the fuck?
Shit. So I got a 50.
You got a
Holy shit.
Holy crap. All right. All right.
It's ridiculous.
That is so ridiculous. All right. Okay, so
oh my god.
Yeah, so you kind of like, you're standing there, you got Trigom in guard position. These Wolfen have fanned out. I mean, they're huge, right? It's like they're towering over you. They outreach you, but you're like fucking going for it. So you spring into action, you juke left, you juke right, and then your boot like slips on the wet stone, and then
oh god.
And then basically the one of the flunky, Wolfen soldiers basically is grabbing you. He's grabbing at you. So
no.
Yeah, let's see here. See if he can get you in the clutch or not. For that, I am going to open Ninjas and Super Spies and check out the hold rules.
Oh.
Yeah. See what they're able to grab a hold of, right? So he beat you on his strike roll. Okay. Body hold. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh.
See if we can get you in a full Nelson here. Okay. Victim can be held on the ground or in standing position. All right. Using both hands, the attacker grabs onto some part of the opponent's body, attempts to immobilize him. If the strike is successful, then the victim is helpless until released. Holds do no damage.
Whoa.
Neither the attacker nor the victim can attack, parry, or dodge while hold is working. It's easy for the attacker to hold the victim so that some third character can attack unopposed or attack from the rear. Getting out of a hold requires agility. All right. It's an opposed physical prowess roll. And the person doing the hold also gets to add their strike bonus.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
If the attacker wins, the hold continues. If the victim wins, the hold is released and combat can continue. All right, let's do it.
All right, come on. There we go. I broke 100 for sure.
Okay.
85 plus 16, 101.
All right. Bad news for me. I rolled a 94.
Oh.
And my follow-up roll was an 85. So just right off the bat, that's 179.
Jeez Louise. Well.
All right, so you kind of slide into the grip of this Wolfen, and he does put you in a full Nelson. And it's like being held in a full Nelson by a grizzly bear,
Yeah.
So Trigom obviously falls from your grip.
No.
Clatters to the floor. The flame extinguishes as it does so, and all you hear is Alyssa's cackling, triumphant laughter.
Oh, I hate her. I imagine when Trigom hits the ground, it probably like fills the room with steam.
Yes. Boozy steam.
Magic fumes save?
For everybody? Why not?
Everybody? Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it.
See what happens. Oh, I rolled a 69.
Oh, yes. See? Come on.
Plus 10,
Amazing.
so 79, technically.
All right. Oops. I just completely lost my place. One moment, please. Technical difficulties. And so forth. There we go. Okay. What's your Magic Fumes target number?
Magic Fumes in parentheses is 14.
So 14 times 5 is 70. Okay.
Ooh, so I beat it by 4.
Nice.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, by 9 because of... I'm not holding Trigom, so never mind.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Interesting. All right, well, Alyssa passes handily. No problem there.
Hey.
And let's see here. Just physical endurance. What was it, 60 or 70? 70.
Yeah, 70. Yeah.
All right. Well, the bad news is that the guy holding you did pass, but the other two did not.
Ooh.
So the steam goes up and they're reduced coughing. As it sort of burns their sensitive snoots. And but yeah, Alyssa's cackling triumphantly. And we'll use the steam as a little scene wipe, as a little camera wipe, right? As the steam fills the camera view. Now, I'm going to ask you, because I know you have certain goals for the character. I hesitate to call them goals because they're things like I want Guthormr to be penniless, and I want Guthormr to be like down on his luck, right, and so on and so forth. Would you object terribly if we just did a cut scene as the steam fills the view, and then fade out and we fade in? Would you object terribly to being in a Mad Mardigan style situation where you're like in a hanging cage at some lonely crossroads somewhere?
Of course not. Why would I? it could have been any Mad Mardigan situation, and I would be okay. You could have been like, you're in a Mad Mardigan situation where you're in a catapult about to be launched across the courtyard.
Yeah, exactly. How did I get here? It's not important. It's not important.
Exactly. Like, okay, I'm ready.
All right, so we will assume then that you were incapacitated, manacled. The Wolfen insisted on a tribunal. You know, you were brought up on charges since you didn't technically light the inn on fire, and you didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
You were just, convicted of, mischief in the third degree or whatever,
Right.
and basically exiled from Bad Town. The trial, at the trial, you saw Alyssa and her two brothers observing, and it was kind of a drumhead court martial situation, just out in the square, very quick and dirty kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But there were some other prisoners who had been rounded up, including members of the Vipers. Of Hellfire, no sign. So whether he's dead or fled, you do not know.
He probably fled.
But yeah, some of the other Vipers that you recognized from your encounter with them on the rooftop were being brought up on charges as well. Obviously, with the arrival of the Wolfen, their fortunes have fallen quite a bit. And also, Callus, the former owner of Trigon.
Damn. I'm sure, like, at some point, I'm like, they got you too, huh?
Yeah. And he says, I should say they got me again, brother. They got me before, too.
I'm going to say, have you seen Trigon?
I have not. That worries me.
Yeah.
Can't let that sword get in their hands. No way, no how. That's bad news, brother.
I promise you, Callus, I will get Trigon back.
Not if I get him first.
Whoa, now we're talking.
And so indeed, it is not just you hanging in this in a cage at these crossroads. There are 3 cages at artfully arranged height differentials from each other, hanging from this gibbet.
Good.
And in one of them is a sort of mummified skeleton. And then you're in the second one, and then Callus is in the third.
Oh, we start singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life."
Yeah, exactly. Yes, as the sun sets.
Yeah.
And you're some ways outside of town. You're maybe 5 miles outside of town, down the road that led beyond town. So it's not the road you came in on, right? It's further down, right? So it's a bit more mountainous. There's a great snow-capped peak off in the distance. It's cold. It's chilly. It's pretty much exactly like the scene in Willow.
Yeah. Where's Burgle Cut?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which one of us is Burgle Cut? But yeah,
Burgle Cut. So ridiculous.
So Callus informs you that I am not making this up. Callus informs you that great snow-capped peak is known to locals as Monster Mountain.
Does what it says on the tin. I like it.
Yeah. They're not fucking around.
Monster Mountain.
Monster Mountain.
God damn it. Palladium.
I know. Every damn time.
That's okay. They could have called it Mount Palladium. So
Yeah, true. Could have been worse.
Yeah, just
Could have
off
been
the
worse.
Palladium coast near the Palladium River. Uh,
Oh my god. So yeah, you're singing songs, try to boost your spirits, but
yeah, yeah,
it's
I
chill wind
definitely probably singing
that blows
songs.
from Monster Mountain slopes.
So I'm now penniless. Oh, my cash was already 0, so that's good. Nothing
Yeah.
changed there.
No.
I no longer have Trigon.
Correct.
I no longer have Chainmail.
Correct.
Okay. I'll keep that there just in case.
Yeah.
What about my SDC and my hit points? Are those, what are we at there? Has enough time passed to where I'm healed?
Sure. Let's go
Okay.
with that. Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I have my hit points as 29. I imagine that's
Yeah, I don't think
my
you've
max.
lost any hit points yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And what's the PPE again?
So that's basically mana. It's like magic
That's right.
energy points. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have 4 of those. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm feeling okay. It's cold out, but this is nothing that I'm not used to. What am I wearing? Am I naked? Or Mad Mardigan? I think he had like rags.
Yeah, it's rags.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. They probably smell like dog too. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. They're Wolfen rags, you know.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
like,
Really twisting the knife.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Old Monster Mountain, huh? I wonder what
Yeah.
lives there. So, and we are at a crossroads though.
You are at a crossroads, both literally and metaphorically.
Is there a large army coming by or anything?
Not so much at this point. And in fact, the sun is going down, and the cold winds are picking up, you know, and gradually the moon rises, painting the landscape in silvery light, and you know, you're dozing in your cage.
I kind of want to talk to. Oh, I was just gonna say, I kind of wanted
Yeah.
to maybe just in the meantime,
Yes.
while we're out here, kind of talk to Callus and figure out his vibe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We can. Yeah. So, you know, it's the classic kind of, you know, prisoners chat. You know, like what are you in for and that kind of thing. So you find out a lot about Callus. He is originally from the Western Empire, which you would have guessed from his accent.
Okay.
And he basically has been a gladiator his whole life.
Wow.
He started out, you know, actually in fights, and then worked his way up until he was able to open his own gladiatorial school and acquire his own stable, as he puts it, and purchased his freedom. So he was originally a slave, and you know, basically became a manager and promoter of gladiatorial games. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm like listening to all that, and you know, he's talking about that kind of stuff, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I think Guthormr probably considered becoming a gladiator at one time. I don't know if you can just become a gladiator.
Sure. Yeah, you can,
Okay,
you know,
cool.
sign up for pit fights or whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. I probably like either considered it or like did it for a very short period of time before somebody noticed how badass I was and they swooped me up to go fight some monsters or something like that. Or maybe like I was in a gladiator pit and somebody put a monster against me and ended up killing it. And there was some talent scouts sitting in the stands, and they came and got me.
Talent scouts.
Yeah, they recruited me, and Tom Hanks was my trainer. And
Right. Right. He said there's no crying in monster hunting.
That's right. Everybody hated me for being a woman monster hunter.
Wait a minute.
Rosie O'Donnell was there. I think, yeah. So it probably would go, and then I would regale him with like my history, if he asks, and just being like, I grew up, and my parents were kind of middle class, and I ended up joining the military at a younger age, and probably I think I fought Wolfen. Wasn't that my backstory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I fought against the Wolfen Empire or the fledgling Wolfen Empire, whatever it was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And and then the war ended, or I had to leave, and I couldn't live without the adrenaline of combat, the thrill of combat, and basically started seeking out fights that Guthormr may not be like fights that I could never win, but that if he had gone to therapy, that might be something that he would have said.
Right.
Impossible fights that I can never win. I love women that I'll never have, and I like fights that I can't win. Yeah.
Interesting.
Everything's out of my league. So yeah, I kind of talk about that stuff, and then I tell him about Alyssa, and maybe not how I ended up in Badland, but what happened once I got there. Like, I want him to know that like whole story and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then just being like, well, I guess like there's Monster Mountain. Do I discern how far away we are from Badland?
Oh yeah, like about 5 miles.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So I'll escape out of this cage, and then I'll go back there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just kind of indulging in my fantasies like normal.
Yes, in your Palladium fantasies, no less.
Ooh. Palladium fantasies, a Palladium story.
So he he listens attentively to all that, and he says, at this point I'm just trying to make my way back home. I've been gone too long, and I guess I just got to start building up from scratch again. I've lost it all because of that man-eater.
That man-eater.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a lore demons and monsters to see if I know what he's talking about?
Oh, certainly. Absolutely.
I got 15.
Man, the dice are not your friend tonight.
Plus 40.
Yeah.
So
right.
55.
Well, 55. Okay, that's a success.
Golly.
But barely, right? It's
Right.
kind of a yes, but sort of success. And so
yeah, I'm just like running through my head like man-eater. Like, what could he be talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you imagine all kinds of different horrible beasts, but which one, what kind of man-eater could destroy a man's career and send them into exile so far from home and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
And so he extrapolates a little bit, He says, oh, I'm not talking about a monster. Oh, no. I'm talking about one of my gladiators.
A gladiator named Man-Eater?
Mm-hmm. Well, they all have their own stage names. This is one I raised from a pup. She's a Wolfen.
I spit on the ground.
Got her off a trader 15 years ago. I'm the only father she's ever known. She turned her back on me. It's not right. It's not right, I tell you. Sure, I had to be harsh in my discipline. I raised her right. I taught her how to fight. She was one of the best. Very promising. And she escaped. I went after her. I wish I had. He's quiet for a long time. And he says, I think we might have killed the Emperor.
This piques Guthormr's interest. The Emperor. Do I know who the Emperor is?
Well, judging from the context of him being from the Western Empire, you're assuming he's referring to the Emperor of the West.
How do I feel about that? Would I care? Would I be like, you did what I never could?
I mean, yeah, it's like, as a northerner, you're not particularly beholden to that, far distant land. What you know of it is that it's a kind of a somewhat decadent ancient empire, with thousands of years of history, that's recently been sort of rising back from a long period of decline. And, sort of clawing its way back to becoming the leading power in the world. And but that it's also known for decadence, corruption, slavery, blood sports, and cruelty.
Well, if they're known for slavery, I would probably. It doesn't sound like there's equal opportunity for all.
Right.
Especially like I hear the word decadence and I immediately think of like a caste system.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. I say, well, I'm sure you've had your reasons for doing what you did, both to the Emperor and for Maneater.
I want you to know I had nothing to do with what happened to the Emperor. That was completely out of my control. But the circumstances were such that it implicated me in the assassination, so I had to flee with Maneater at my side. We fled north. I was captured. I escaped. I got my hands on Trigom. I thought, oh yeah, now we're talking. But it was a price. It was too great. You saw me out there in the wilderness.
Did Trigom do that to you?
I listened to Trigom. I went where he told me to. I got my ass handed to me 5 ways from Sunday, let me tell you, brother. But I kept getting up. But it was too much. I had to let him go. But I want that power back. Now that I'm outside of the grip, I want it again. I want to get out of this cage. I want to go back. I want to get the blade. I want to return to the Empire. I want to rebuild my power back there.
I tell him I say, Callus, the best power is the power that you make yourself, not from what some sword grants to you.
Well, I know that well enough, but you got to admit, having a rune blade at your side doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I nod. Yeah. I kind of contemplate on that for a little while too, I think. Thinking about like if I get out of here, like am I gonna go get Trigon? Do I try to do that again?
Hmm.
Because I mean I do like Trigon. Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I don't know, like I don't know. I get he definitely enables my adrenaline junkie side.
Hmm.
So I don't know, but I also feel like Guthormr might, to borrow from the Wolfkin, might have his tail between his legs for a little bit. Like, um, you know, missing the chance to kill Alyssa not once but twice.
Yep.
Definitely like hurt his pride, and I mean, now he's just like sitting in a cage. Like some Craigslist Mad Mardigan. Yeah, and just kind of thinking about like, I chased vengeance and pride, right? Like, because
Mm.
she underestimated me, and I wanted to prove her wrong, and she escaped. No, yeah, she escaped 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, so Guthormr might be just, I don't know, like, what am I doing? Like, do I continue on this path? Do I try to go join the army again? Do I go home and take the family business and try to settle down or something? Like, I'm 32,
Yeah.
buddy. I'm getting old.
True.
Oh, so yeah, I think there's just a lot going on in Guthormr's mind right now as he kind of sways back and forth in this gibbet, hungry and cold, and lips probably cracking because he needs some water.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And and so yeah, you fall into a fitful, dreamless sleep, and are awoken sometime later by the cry of a raven. It is sort of pre-dawn. Sky overhead is cold gray, featureless, and there is a raven perched upon the crossbeam from which your gibbet hangs, and looking up, you can see it looking down at you with its blue eyes. Yet again, the blue-eyed raven.
Yeah. Am I is so? What's the hierarchy as far as the gibbets go? Like, am I at the top? Am I in the middle or the bottom?
You are in the bottom.
Okay, fair. And how far off of the ground am I?
Oh, about 8 feet.
Okay. And the raven is on my crossbeam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I look up at it. I got, I'm tired. As soon as I see the blue eyes, like, my senses kick in and I'm alert.
As your alertness kicks in, you can now hear the sound of a horse and carriage approaching up the road.
I'm gonna look, but cautiously, because I want to kind of, like, I'll peek over and then like immediately like look back up at the raven. I want to keep that thing in my sight. I don't want it flying down and pecking out my eyes or something.
Mm-hmm. So it's a a quite ornate black carriage with silver trim. It's being drawn by a team of black horses, and the driver is wearing, a pretty heavy cloak with a hat pulled down over their face. And whipping the horses along as the carriage is making haste along the road.
It's Dracula. um. Well, I already know. I can sense the 28 physical beauty coming at me. I'm gonna look up at Callus's cage just to make sure he's still there and see if he's like still asleep or if he's responsive or anything like that.
He is still there, and he does seem to still be asleep.
I get. Is there room in my cage to stand up?
Barely. And it would start kind of swinging around pretty wildly. If you did so.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna stay sitting down then and just wait for this carriage to come. And I don't know. I don't think there's any I'm a schemer, but I don't think there's anything to be gained by trying to be pretending I'm asleep, while my Game Boy Light is still on. And that kind of thing. I'm not fooling anybody. And plus the Raven's already seen me. So I feel like if the Raven's seen me, she's seen me. Just another one of those witch tricks. Yeah, so I'm just waiting.
All right. I will say that this the direction the carriage is coming from is towards Badland rather than away from it.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Well, I guess I never saw what's her name? It's hold on. Sarah. I never saw Sarah in Badland.
True.
So I think that's interesting. Maybe she can't go into Badland. I don't know. Her familiar was in Badland. So yeah, I don't know. She could have been on sabbatical and now she's coming home. We don't know.
Right.
Either way, I'm curious and I'm awake and I got nothing better to do.
All right. So as the carriage draws up towards the cages, you can see that the driver appears to be somewhat short of stature, but also very thin. The cloak kind of hangs off of their frame very loosely. And then you see the hands holding the reins are very gnarled and almost monstrous. The fingers are very long and they end in these long, grown out nails. The color of the skin is very pallid and spotted.
I know it's Dracula. I knew it.
And
I've already fought Dracula once. I don't know.
and then presumably a signal from within, carriage is reined in to a stop as it comes up even with your whole superstructure here. And just kind of sits there for a moment. The horse is snorting steam from their nostrils. There's these black velvet curtains on the windows of the carriage. You see one flick aside briefly, flick back. And then the door opens, and from within emerges a man.
Moriarty? I guess I'm looking. So it's pre-dawn, but
Yes.
is there Is there like a little bit of light still? Like, can I make out their features?
Yeah, everything's like just very desaturated, right? Like the colors are just a bit muted, but there's enough light for sure to see everything. But even in this muted color palette, you can tell that he is very well dressed. He's also very large. He's, at least 6 feet tall and, several hundred pounds. Just a very large man. But he's dressed in, silks and just very finely tailored clothing. The colors seem to be like blues and grays and reds. And each one of his very large fingers sports a, commensurately large ring with, emeralds, rubies, diamonds, inset into them. And yeah, he's donning a wide brimmed cap as he steps out.
Nice.
Into the light. You also see behind him as he moves away from the open door appear to be 3 women inside, also all very well dressed. None of them appear to be Sarah, but they are of, comparable beauty.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So basically,
potentially 4 hotties.
Right. So basically, you're coming face to face with the notorious B.I.G. is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you for just saying it.
Yeah, I should have just said that.
Let's not mince words.
That's not mince words. Anyway, so the guy, he's kind of looking up at you a little bit, because you're like 8 feet up, so he's not quite up to your level, and so you can see actually that his skin is quite pale and pallid, and then he smiles, and you can see that each one of his teeth are sharp like canine teeth.
Wow. Can I well, I don't know. Do I have enough of a visual here to discern what kind of demon/monster this is?
Oh, certainly. Absolutely.
Okay. Let's see if the dice agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, come on, dice.
For real. Give me something. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not that bad. Demons and monsters. And then do I add IQ to this as well?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 78.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. Okay, because I'm rating this one at easy.
Okay.
You are pretty sure that you are looking at none other than Mormo, Lord of the Ghouls himself.
Oh my god!
In the flesh, right here.
I roll my eyes.
One night
only. One night only. Okay. Well, at this point, I'm probably like. Mormo, I assume.
So his smile broadens even more, and he says, "Oh, it's nice to know that my reputation precedes me, even out here in the boondocks."
I look around.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that bad here.
It's quite lovely, really.
Right, yeah.
Great view. Can't beat the view.
Breeze. Yeah, Monster Mountain right here.
So he says, "Tell me, my good man, am I on the road to Badland?"
You certainly are.
Excellent.
Yeah. But you already know that, Mormo.
Well, I suppose so. What I really would like to know, what I really would like to know is if you have any information you may supply to me on the whereabouts of a rune sword called Trigom the Chaotic.
Well, Huh. I'm a gambler who likes to take chances, dude. So I'm gonna say you just missed him by about 10 hours. He was well, it was taken from me.
Yes, yes. That's what Sarah said. Well, we'll have to see if we can find it again. Anyway, I'm on my way to level the town, so can't really waste any time. Poodles. And with a dramatic sweep of his cloak, he turns, begins to clamber back into the coach.
Very nice. I'm gonna say dude, fuck it. I'm gonna say wait, Mormo.
He pauses, his foot on the step.
I have unfinished business in Badland. Alyssa bad. I want her dead.
He cocks his head a little bit. Oh.
Let me out of this cage. And I'll come with you.
So he chuckles, you know. He says, "Oh, I'm sure many people want her dead. Her sister, first and foremost amongst them. That is why she summoned me here. What can you offer me? Why should I let you out of your cage? A ragamuffin, a convict."
I've seen Alyssa's basement, and there are protections there that you will not get past. I might be bluffing right now. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And
You're like, I know I couldn't get past them. So
right, yeah. Well, I assume she had some like demonic protection circles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she knows her sister's in league with, you know, Mormo, I assume. So like, yeah, like like you've got there are certain defenses that Alyssa has that you will not be able to penetrate. Not without help.
So he steps down and turns to face you again. And he's like clearly kind of like taking the measure of you now, as opposed to like before when you were just like, you there, mouth hole, tell me where I'm, you know, like if you know about this sword, you know. And he says, well, you don't seem like the type who would be able to undo such powerful magic that you claim exists there. But then again, so let's get a roll. Let's see if you can get him to trust you. Come on, dice.
Oh God, jeez.
D100 plus mental affinity.
Mental affinity is an 11 here.
Right.
Roll
100. Just roll 100. Just do it.
Oh my God, dude! I just want a 91 is what I want, or 90 or 92 or whatever.
Yeah.
Ah, dude, I rolled a 2. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Why is this happening?
Sometimes the story just wants to go in a particular direction, I guess.
My God, I'm cursed.
I know.
plus mental affinity.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
hard
So-
0.
Oh, nice. You rolled a 13.
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to send you the recipe for a salt purification of dice that I have used before with great
Yes,
success. So.
Please, thank you. Should I just go to the Google Dice again? I feel like Google Dice isn't gonna betray me. Google Dice is hard, hard calculating statistics.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. On Reddit, there's actually a thread. Does anyone know of any dice purification or luck enhancing rituals that I can perform?
Yeah, just curious.
Oh my god.
I was like sitting here charging my dice. I had them on like 99. I was like, let's
Oh
go.
no.
Let's go dice.
Yeah. See, but you got to leave them on 99 all the time so that the molecules gradually settle to the bottom.
I know, science.
And
It's science.
Slightly weight it. Yeah.
The molecules always float down.
Yeah. No, but there really is an actual thing. It's not so much salt purification, but there's like this thing you can do with salt water where you put the dice in salt water. It's a little bit like a witch's test where it's like if they float or if they don't float, I forget. But anyway, it's like you can tell then if like they're kind of cocked or, not like perfectly balanced,
Yeah,
but you've got the gravity dice, right?
I have gravity dice. They're fucking engineered to be perfect.
Oh man. Well, okay.
Yeah, I have done that test before. It's most of the time, if you have like opaque dice, they're fucked up usually.
Yeah.
Because like the inside is full of air bubbles. And I remember one time I was playing like my Pathfinder iconic character, and I was just rolling like shit every single session. And I was like, dude, what is going on? And I did the dice test, and the number that kept popping up that it was balanced to was 2.
Oh shit.
I was livid, dude. Livid.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm gonna get all these gravity dice.
Yeah, really.
Balance my ass.
Somebody on the Reddit says, I had mine blessed by a rabbi. My partner is Jewish. A bishop. My best friend is Catholic. And an imam. I did volunteer work at a mosque. Those bastards still roll low, so I'm out of ideas.
He needs to go to a satanic temple next.
There you go. See? Exactly.
There's always just like Guthormr is right now.
Yeah.
So anyways, a hard 0 on him trying to get to like me.
All right.
But he doesn't have to like me. Just like Sean Connery said, hating me is a perfect place to start.
Indeed. So so he just chuckles softly. He doesn't even say anything. And he just turns around, gets back into the carriage, closes the door, and with a crack of a whip, the driver puts it into motion again, and he watches it clatters off down the road.
Is the Raven still here?
It flies off after it.
Well, I don't want to seem too desperate anyways. Like, Mormo, please.
No, Mormo, you don't understand. Don't leave me with this guy. I mean,
Verbal cut. Don't leave me with
Good morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, that's probably for the best. I mean, I was ready to go full on like selling my soul to Mormo.
The dice might have done you a favor there for sure.
They really might have. It could have been the best thing for me.
I mean, multi-classing into witch would have been an interesting direction to go with your character, but
True. God, gravity dice and a wormwood dice tower. If that's not making me roll hot, dump all this money into my luck.
Honestly, just think of it as like by the laws of probability, this means the next time you should be rolling much better, right? Because
exactly. Next session.
Eventually it'll all balance out.
Literally all 90s, 94s. Okay, well, I guess there goes my chance. So I am gonna like watch. I mean, now I certainly can't go back to sleep. I don't know. Is there a way? All right, so I guess I'm gonna start kind of looking around and like in my cage. I was gonna ask too, am I manacled or am I just kind of like in the cage?
You're just in the cage.
Okay. What's the cage made out of? I assume it's like iron.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's probably no way that I could bust out of here.
Not without some kind of super heroic feat of strength, for sure.
Well, the dice
How's
have
that
been
physical
loving
strength
me.
looking?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Physical strength is 16.
Okay. All right.
I have 0 skills that are gonna help me here.
Yeah. It's just a pure feat of strength. Well, I'll give you the odds, and you can decide
Okay.
if you want. So it would obviously be hard difficulty, which would be 100, and then you would have to succeed by more than 100. So basically, you would have to roll above. You would have to roll 200 or better.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it thematically, I'm gonna say I'm gonna try.
Absolutely.
Because I
Why
feel
not?
like,
Right?
yeah, I feel like Guthormr would just be like, come on, baby, you know?
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm not getting any sound all of a sudden.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right.
I accidentally hit the mute button.
Okay. All right.
What was the last thing you heard?
I heard, "Come on, baby," and then I just heard this long silence, and I was like, "Wait a minute!"
So I dropped one of my die. I rolled a 91.
Oh, okay.
Is that a critical?
That is a critical. So keep rolling.
Sick. Okay, so I rolled a 91, and then I rolled a 58 plus 16. So I'm at 165.
Oh man, so
admirable,
close.
admirable.
Admirable indeed. Let's see. Yeah. So you succeed one. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you pull at the bars, and there's like a slight cracking sound at one of the weld joints, but then you're, in danger of like tearing your muscles, so you stop. But
I probably like lean back in the cage and then just like out of frustration, like kick the where the lock is like real hard.
Yeah.
And I'm just pissed off. Because
which
like,
of course sets the cage to spinning around now and rocking back and forth.
Yeah, I'm just so mad. And because I had that moment of self-realization earlier that I was like, did I go hard? Did I go too hard down the vengeance hole? And then like what happened? Like a demon lord showed up and I was like, hey, I'll do whatever you want. Like, and he just fucking spit in my face. And now I just look pathetic.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is the declining action of our story.
It is indeed.
This is when my girlfriend finds out that I've been lying about my college degree. And
right. She finds out you're actually a white guy who's been taking tanning pills this whole time.
Tanning
to
pills.
Harvard.
I know.
Actually, see Thomas Howell this whole time.
Oh god.
Not enough people talk about Soul Man. I'm just, like to keep the memory alive.
Thank you.
I know we're all collectively trying to forget that it ever existed, but
I watch it once a week, dude. So.
Oh no, it's hugely underrated.
Oh God.
Oh man. So yeah. So basically, the sun does rise in time, and you sit there, get your thirst growing with every passing hour as your lips crack. And you're sort of being dried out by the cold wind and the sun beating down on you. And, obviously you're just reliant on the charity of passerby to dole out water or food, and nobody's coming by. And so you pass the day. Callus gets pretty quiet after a while too. He's just trying to conserve his strength as well. And eventually the sun sets yet again. Darkness falls over the land. and you're beginning to nod off as much from fatigue as from, lack of water or anything else. And maybe it's incipient hallucinations setting in, but through the gathering dusk, you think you see somebody coming up the road. Also from the same direction that Mormo's carriage approached. But this is just a lone figure, and they're carrying some kind of a lantern. And the part that feels like it might be a hallucination is the fact that the light is almost blinding. It's like the sun is being held inside of this lantern. And it is lighting the way ahead of them as they walk. And that is where we shall leave things for now.
What? Wow.
Mm-hmm. And all will be revealed when we rejoin in a new campaign with another player character I think we all know and love.
Oh my gosh.
We'll be reunited with her former master / teacher / tormentor, and this new fellow Guthormr who hates Wolfen. Wow,
that's right. What could possibly go right?
My God, like the styles of like 80s movie trailer. It's like when two opposites attract, what could possibly go right? This summer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
So there you go. Yeah, definitely kind of an Empire Strikes Back style ending, ending on a bit of a down note. But I quite like it, actually. I hope you're into it as well. But I think that's
loved it.
Yeah, okay, good. So
like I said, this is exactly how I envisioned Guthormr was like just kind of penniless, and like he doesn't have any weapons or anything like that. He just like takes shit from other people and uses it against so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, like I'm gonna miss Trigom, and who knows, we might get it back, or if we do, I might just be like, here you go, Callus, like go forge your destiny.
Right, yeah.
But I'm very excited for I'm excited how Guthormr ended up tonight, and I'm excited to see what happens next time.
Nice. Yeah. And in the meantime, I do have some XP for you.
That's right. Probably did not hit level 4, but
not enough for levels ups, no, sadly. But it is still respectable, 570.
Okay.
Yeah.
That puts me at 5,645.
Excellent. All right. And yeah. We'll leave it there for now, but yeah, this was good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Look, just out of curiosity, how do you Soviets deal with all the tension and stress?
Vodka.
Police Captain Ivan Danko came from behind the Iron Curtain.
Danko. You're welcome.
Hunting down his country's deadliest criminal.
What did he do? You take a leak on the Kremlin wall or something? I need cooperation.
Sure. Whatever you say, Gumby.
Now, he's about to team up.
What do you say?
He say, go and kiss your mother's behind.
With the most unpredictable cop.
How you doing, honey?
Drop dead.
Thank you.
On the streets of Chicago.
You look like Marvin Hagler to me. I lost money on Hagler.
Capitalism.
He's got his own kind of style.
And body language is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
He's got no style at all.
Chicago cop never relinquishes his weapon. Here.
Ridzik is a good cop.
Police!
And a total expert at fouling up.
You did not make it, Victor. He killed a Chicago police officer. Chicago gets him first. I have my honor.
With this much friction,
I give up. This whole thing's very Russian.
there's gotta be heat.
I take care of this.
Red Heat.
You know what we call this? This is called chicken. But you're not supposed to play with buses. You ready to swerve?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Belushi, in a Walter Hill film.
Nice work, Gumby. Thank you. I didn't mean that. I know.
Red Heat.